Linus, what the fuck? There is a lot to talk about today. So far, there's currently a situation with Linus Tech Tips and Linus Media Group where um there's just a lot. Um, Nothing in this video is meant to be like accusatory or anything. I'm just reiterating what the community has been talking about recently. Uh, Anything that's said is mostly speculation and opinion at this point, but there is so for a while now there's been issues with quality and testing with Linus Tech Tips, just the YouTube channel in general. There's been inconsistencies. It seems like there's other channels in the tech space that have beef with Linus Tech Tips, and it seems like it's a bit of an issue there. With them accusing the other channels of being not very good, and those channels accusing Linus LTT essentially of being not that great of a resource. It seems like Linus himself has gotten pretty emotional and has made some bad decisions. I don't know. It's pretty obvious in the most recent video of them trying to remedy the situation, but it didn't really portray the best. How do I want to say it? It didn't put the best. I don't know. There's still a lot to be desired from the video. It's the best way I can put it. It is funny. It's a big year for apology videos so far, and Linus is not is subject to that as well. Unfortunately, it is sad to see, you know, YouTubers selling their channels, like especially like old time original YouTubers selling their channels to big companies. I think in this case it might actually be a good thing though, considering that it just seems like they might be able to get some reins on Linus and make sure that he doesn't start making some more crazy fucking posts and shit, because he also posted on he also posted a horrible, stupid response to the situation that I'm going to be getting into in a second. It does suck, especially for large YouTubers that are very inconsistent in their test results. That's really the big accusation right now, is their test results doesn't seem to be very good, and they seem to be very inconsistent. And so, for example, there is a 3090 testing that was, or sorry, 4090 testing, my bad, that during that test video, it I don't want to say it. During this test video, they didn't retest the 3090. So there could have been updates updates to the drivers and stuff for the 3090 that could have made it better than the last time they tested it, but they didn't. And for the 4090, they just tested it fresh, right, with whatever drivers are the most current, and that caused obviously the test to be a little bit skewed. Not to mention, they somehow got like a 300% better performance out of the 4090, which is just ridiculous. I don't know how you can take that test result at face value. That seems very obvious that something was wrong, but they just kind of went with it anyways. I think there was an error where they did like fix it with an asterisk in the video, but still not a lot of people see that, or some people are listening and not a lot of people will actually watch 100% of the video. So that was pretty misleading. And they have, I will say that they have addressed a lot of things in the video, but I'll get to that later. And yeah, it just sucks to have such a huge person, like with a huge audience, having these mistakes, because a lot of people rely on these big YouTubers for suggestions and And especially in this case, a lot of people will spend money based on their recommendation and based on what these people think. And so it's unfortunate when the test results are just not good. They're not up to par, and it makes people spend money on things that maybe they shouldn't have. Maybe they're misled in that sort of way. It seems the situation seems to be a combination of a lot of issues. The second one, besides the inconsistencies and such, is the sheer workload imposed by the company on the employees. I know Madison had posted like some good, some good posts about what she experienced, and they didn't even address that in the video at all, which was insane to me. They kind of addressed it in a roundabout way, saying that they're gonna stop posting videos and decrease the workload and such. But Madison had a very difficult time there apparently, and they didn't address it. They just did address it. I have here's the post that they posted on YouTube. So they addressed it somewhat, but it wasn't. I don't know. It was fine. It wasn't what it should have been though. I think they're still. I think in the post they said that they will be addressing it further, and there's just a statement that they made so far. So they did address a lot of the lab issues. So they had the guy that runs the lab and such, and he says, "Hey, it's not all my fault," and Linus is like, it seems like excuses are being made, but they are opening up their testing methods and such to the community, so they will definitely, I think, improve in that aspect, and that's good on them for doing that. That's good to hear. Hopefully we can get some more accurate testing soon. As far as the workload, it seems like the employees are under a lot of pressure to pump out videos. It seems like they made a bad investment decision in the labs, just being so expensive and sinking so much money into it that they're trying to justify pumping out more and more and more videos without the quality really being there, which is super unfortunate. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. Is the main thing that kind of sparked this all is the billet water block. I think that's what the company's called. The water block situation essentially is what sparked it. It was a prototype water block that was sent to Linus Tech Tips, and what they did is they used the wrong GPU for the water block, and it obviously didn't test very well because it's the wrong GPU. But he still used the test and kind of trashed it, which is super unfortunate. It kind of with such huge channels, it has the ability to discredit these companies, these smaller companies, these startup companies essentially. And so it's super sad to see this happen, where this product's being trashed before it's even ready. It's being prototyped. This is a prototype for one. For two, they're not even using it correctly. It's just sad to see. And then the worst part about it all, I don't know if that's the worst part, but another horrible part is they decided to auction it off, which is super weird. They decided to auction it off to the community, which was strange. And they did. They auctioned it off to the community, I believe, and it was bad. It was pretty bad, because the company that sent it obviously didn't want that to be auctioned off. And typically you would ask what you want us to do, or what you want us to do with this thing that you sent us, and they'll tell you what they want you to do with it, whether you can keep it or not. In this case, it's a prototype, so they obviously probably want it back, but they just decided to fucking auction it off, which is super strange. Anyways, I mean, I don't really know what to say. It was just a fucking bad idea, in general. And then the worst part, not the worst part again, but another horrible thing is Linus posted about it, and it was a horrible post. It was a bad take, to say the least. I'll try to find the link or a picture of the original post. It's been deleted, obviously, because it was such a fucking bad post. But here's if I could find it, then here it is. So that's a lot of the drama. In closing, really, it seems like the things that they addressed is it's mostly the amount of videos that they're going to be pumping out is a lot less. They're slowing down, which is a good thing. This is coming from the new CEO and the CFO of the company, which I think is good because it's going to not make, it's not going to let Linus kind of run as wild as he wants to, which I think might be a good thing. In all honesty, I love it. I mean, the channel's great. I love it. I used to watch it all the time. I still watch some videos, of course, because it's good, fun content sometimes, and other times it's very informative. It's just sad that some of these videos could be misleading, and so I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. And furthermore, they are fixing the quality of the tests, and they are improving the labs testing procedures, which is good. They're opening it up to the community again, like I said, and they're moving forward. So good. They're taking some time to kind of revamp things, which is very nice. I'm glad they're doing that. It seems like they're trying to get things right now. It's just unfortunate that it took this long and it took so many mistakes for this to happen. Yeah, that's really the gist of it. I hope things improve. I'm hopeful in seeing where the company goes and what changes, because I do think they will try to change and improve, and I'm optimistic. But the mistakes that were made are still egregious mistakes and should be looked at a little further. Yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation all around, and that's pretty much it. So if you stuck around this long, thank you, and it's very much appreciated. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.